I really want this guy hanging on my wall.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another unboxing and posing review. Today we'll be taking a look at a very exclusive figure that I was very fortunate to pick up. I wasn't able to get it in Japan, but I was lucky enough to get it over on Sideshow. This is the Cherry Blossom Stormtrooper. If you enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more 6-scale content. Also, comment down below your thoughts about this figure and your favorite scene of any Stormtrooper. Now, let's get into the unboxing. As you are all well aware, every good unboxing must start with the box, and I'm excited to dissect this one. This one looks awesome. Of course, it's always that black box for Star Wars figures, but this one actually looks really nice with that pink. This coloring just kind of contrasts the black very nicely, and it makes the figure really stand out. So looking at the box, we have Sideshow exclusive up here with the Sideshow logo. This is exclusive because it was actually limited to 1,500 units at Sideshow, or on Sideshow's website, I should say. I was not fortunate enough to get the version that was in Japan at Star Wars Celebration. That version did come with a kimono, so it looks pretty cool, but this version is going to do it for me as well, because I probably wouldn't have used that anyway. And no, that is not me just coping. So up here we have a very beautiful image of the figure. This cherry blossom design looks so cool. I know they've done some other Stormtrooper cool designs, but this is my first one and I am so excited. We have the Star Wars logo right here, and down here we have another cool little picture of the figure and a nice pink banner that says Star Wars. This is MMS776. This is Stormtrooper Cherry Blossom version, 6-scale collectible figure. And of course, movie masterpiece logo, Hot Toys logo. Let's roll this beautiful thing over to the side and take a look at this image of the figure. Definitely be careful, mine's actually sticking up quite a bit, so do not want to rip that because I love keeping the boxes. Or at least for now, because I still have room. I know a lot of collectors run out of space pretty quickly. And down below we have Disney and some more words. Roll into the back real quick. We just have a bunch of info. Feel free to pause and read if you desire. And the other side, being careful not to ruin that cool little logo over there, we have more words and the rest of the wraparound banner. And real quick, both sides are the same, so we'll be just taking a look at the top. We have Star Wars. Now let's lay this back down and go ahead and begin unboxing it. Let's go ahead and listen to that funky sound as we slide the top off. And this looks very nice. Look at that. See if I can give you a close-up picture. We have a beautiful image of the Stormtrooper with a pink Death Star in the back. Yeah, trying to think of something like cool or funny to say, but this is just beautiful. I would love to hang this up. That imagery, and of course, you know, being respectful to Japan because that's where the Star Wars Celebration is just amazing. I love the way this looks. But let's move this out of the way and actually take a look at that figure. He is looking beautiful in there. Can't get to him yet. Of course, I got some plastic, so let me carefully take this out, even though I'm pretty excited. Ooh, and we have some underneath there. Let me show you that. So I can show you this. This is that backdrop it comes with, and this looks nice. I'm gonna try to keep it all on camera. Hopefully glare's not too bad. We'll take a closer look at this in the accessories section, but just real fast, that looks so good. That gold, that red Death Star. I'm so excited. Let's move these out of the way and go ahead and bring this back in frame. Let's go ahead and pop this top plastic cover piece off. Do my best not to damage anything, even though I want to tear into this. And there we have the figure and the plastic that was on him. Let's pick this up carefully. Get this plastic off of him. Okay, that took the arm plastic off, so might as well take that side off too. This is beautiful. Hopefully the light isn't blowing him out too much, but that is so good looking. Yeah, I had to cut out the hour of me just staring at this thing, but it is beautiful. But let me just carefully lay him down here and we can take a look at the rest of the stuff in the box. There's not much else to pull out right now. Of course, the base has the little crotch grabber buried under it. But I am going to go ahead and get everything laid out, and then we'll do the accessories overview. And of course, they had to do it to me, tease me with that kimono in the actual instructions. All right, so as you can see, it was a tough one getting all these accessories out. We had a ton today. And of course, I'm joking, because this guy is no exception. He's a Stormtrooper, and he comes with the bare minimum. Up first, let's knock out these boring accessories, which of course is always the extra wrist pegs. Always great they include these. If you ever see me putting them on in the video, you'd know I really messed up. And actually, I'm not calling this boring. This is a beautiful crotch grabber. It's just white, but it's very rare to actually just get a pure white crotch grabber. And just, ooh, that silver and white looks so good. This is gonna look so good between his legs. And ignore I just said that, but yeah, the crotch grabber looks good. So, and no, I'm not gonna grab his crotch. Let's look at the base it comes with. See if I can reach in there. That's a beautiful base. Star Wars Stormtrooper right up front. It'd be cool if they somehow incorporated the cherry blossom theme, either cherry blossoms on the base or cherry blossoms either up front or kind of around it. I can't really fault them because this is one of the most beautiful bases I've seen. It's nicely textured and then glossy right where the Imperial logo is. There's some nice little like cracks in it. I forget what that Japanese style is called. I know it's like a Japanese repairing style. Please tell me in the comments what it is because I cannot for the life of me remember right now. And let's actually put the crotch grabber in on camera. See how well I can do it this time. Okay, and yeah, another kind of tough one. Always just like reaching my arms out, making sure I'm popping it in. One of these days I'm gonna break one and be very sad, but had to be extra careful with this one because I do not think I would be able to find a crotch grabber as beautiful as this. So now I'm gonna set this right here for now because let's look at this backdrop. You'll see this as a backdrop when we get to the posing section, but for now, let's just take a close look. Actually, yeah, looking in closer, I didn't even realize these are all the Imperial logos. There's just a bunch of them. I believe it's called the Imperial Cog. Please correct me if I'm wrong there, but that looks so good. The gold and the red just, oh, that meshes so well. And then you see it's shiny, has some cloud looking things maybe. If I get that wrong, definitely let me know. And the red Death Star. That is beautiful up top. I am not gonna lie to you, I actually took this backdrop and put it in the spot I kind of was thinking about putting this dude in my collection at because I had to know if it was gonna fit or not. Some backdrops are too big or just not worth putting up, but this one I really want to put up. You see all the cherry blossoms coming in, all that shiny gold, beautiful Death Star. On the back, we have nothing. Alrighty now, let's look at this figure's hands. These are most likely the basic Stormtrooper hands, except I can actually tell they're gray this time. I have one other Stormtrooper, that artillery trooper that I was not the biggest fan of, but his hands have some yellow on them and look like this, but are white. So they did give us unique hands for this figure, if they would all stop flipping over to the black side. I think it would have been awesome if they actually put little cherry blossoms on them, but might have been too much to ask, but I definitely would have asked for that. So looking at these hands, you get 7 total, 5 here, 2 on the figure. And let's look at one in detail real fast. We have the nice padded sections for the hands. Of course, the nice gray plated armor. And this gray plated armor fits really well on the figure, which we'll look at here in a second when we take a look at those hands. So it comes with one kind of more open type of hand here. You only get one hand like this, which is a little odd, but honestly, I can't even think of what this would be for, unless it's for holding his weapon. And next we get 2 trigger finger hands, if I can find them. Yeah, here we go. 2 trigger finger hands and some little black on them. Oh, whew. Good thing that was actually just like a little bit of black dot or something from somewhere because I would have been very sad if these were ruined. But next we have 2 closed fists just so whenever he wants to go beat some people up or something. I know in this outfit he looks a little bit more peaceful and majestic, but he's always ready to fight. Then of course on the figure itself you have 2 kind of more relaxed style hands on there. It's always nice to include these. These might be the kind of holding the weapon hands, so I am not sure what that kind of open palm hands for other than slapping someone right in the face. And of course, you know, that's why you don't talk about Stormtrooper's mama. But you can see the hands match this kind of nice gray color scheme they put on the arms. Next, let's introduce you to a thermal detonator. This looks like the thermal detonator you get with every Stormtrooper. Nothing special here, unfortunately. It just, yeah, looks like every single thermal detonator you get. Would have been awesome if they actually put some cherry blossom or something cool on it, but of course it's just magnetically attaches to the back of the figure. Yeah, just like that. Not sure if I have it backwards or anything, but I'm just tossing on there just to give you a quick little look. And last but not least, let's look at his blasters. This one here, I believe is the E11, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember what that one's called, so definitely tell me in the comments. But this blaster is beautiful. I love all this sculpted in texture and detail, and like that handle there just feels so nice. It feels just like how a real handle would. And no, that's not like a play on woods or words, or maybe that was a play on wood words, but yeah. And let's just stop there while I'm behind. So this blaster looks really good. I will admit, I really wish they put in the extra mile and just gave us some really cool either white blasters with some cherry blossom on them, or customize these ones a little bit more. It would have looked so cool if they actually gave us like gold blasters or with like red blasters. I know that's kind of asking for too much, but this just looks basic, but I'll take it. Look, almost dropped it there, but looks good. And the next unnamed blaster, which you will be telling me in the comments because I cannot remember. I don't remember Stormtroopers using this too much in the movies. If you do happen to know when it's used, let me know so I can look that up, because now I'm actually pretty curious. And probably when I'm done with this video, I'm going to figure out what it's called anyway, and then regret not talking about the actual name. This one looks good. Nice texture details, similar to the other one. Also wish it was a bit more exclusive, but we'll take it. And real quick, while we're on the blasters, if you remember that artillery stormtrooper I was talking about, I believe I mentioned I actually had another figure coming, which I was gonna give a blaster to him from, if I said that correctly. This is that figure. So one of these is gonna go to him, and you'll see that most likely in a comparison video that I want to do between the two. So that was a more of a short accessory section for you. So now let's actually take a closer look at the figure, and let me get all this out of the way. Absolutely gorgeous. This Stormtrooper looks so good. If the Empire wised up and actually made all the Stormtroopers look like this, they probably would have squashed that rebellion, because who's going to rebel against this? Just look at that. You probably tell, but I am a big fan of the Stormtrooper. Let's just put him sideways here, let you bask in his glory. This figure is awesome. I know it's just kind of like a repaint on a regular Stormtrooper, and I'm probably a little more biased because, as you know, this is my first exclusive figure, especially a numbered exclusive. And I am very grateful to actually be able to pick this one up. But I know some people didn't want it because it's just a painted Stormtrooper, and a lot of people want regular Stormtroopers to fill out their display. But I'm a big fan of special designs on troopers, clones, stormtroopers, just everything in the Star Wars universe. If they can put a special design on it, they better. This just looks beautiful. I don't know if there's a ton to say about it. Just look at that. It looks gorgeous. I'm really hoping right now that the light is not blowing him out. I think it looks okay, but if it is, I apologize. Getting his helmet up here, you can see it has the green eyes. A bunch of nice cherry blossom design all around that helmet. Along the back, you have the sculpted detail that looks very, very nice. One thing I'm noticing is that some little like black dust or just something likes to stick to them. Not really a big deal, you just wipe it off, but it is something I'm noticing. That honestly is probably my fault because this light box uses some Velcro, and I notice I have to always sweep out some Velcro whenever I'm setting up. But going back to the figure, he has a lot of cherry blossoms on him. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop his little thermal detonator in there, finish the look. Yeah, you can see mine. It looks like this little armor plate down here is a little crooked, but yeah, there. Just took a second just to fix it on camera. Some plastic over here is probably just stuck somewhere, but not the biggest deal. Luckily, they make these figures to where all the armor is pretty adjustable. It's mostly held on by straps and everything. Moving down, has a bunch of leg armor, all that cherry blossom design. The feet are a little different. The color, if you can kind of see that, looks slightly off. This looks like it's a little bit more of either a cream or off-white color, while the armor itself is just that pure white. But let's quickly flip them on over. Look at the front. You see they have some gray in there for the knee pads, which looks nice, matches the arms. And then of course, all that leg armor, all the cherry blossoms, all that sculpted details, some colors, some blue, just makes this whole figure pop. Now this is how you do a propaganda poster. If I saw this hanging up on a wall or something somewhere, this guy, then I might think twice about the rebellion, you know? The Empire looks pretty cool, pretty chill. If they use this on a poster, they may not have even had to have Darth Vader do all those Empire Pretty Chill commercials. But on a slightly more serious note, I did forget to talk about the figure's undersuit, the black fabric bodysuit underneath in the figure overview section. I was just kind of mesmerized by him, so I'm just gonna use that as an excuse. The undersuit is very nice. It allows you to pose this figure in basically any way you want. You're only really restricted by the actual armor itself. So as you can see, I was able to get him in a very, very cool looking stance. This is definitely gonna be on the thumbnail, so I'm sure you saw it when you clicked on this video. But man, the base, that backdrop, everything just suits this figure so well. I'm just staring at him, and making me just lose my train of thought there, you know? This is a gorgeous piece. And I do have to experiment a little bit more with some more poses and its accessories, but I think I might have found the pose I want in my display. but only time will tell. Definitely let me know in the comments which is your favorite pose from this video though. Yes, I know, I took away that figure's beautiful backdrop and base, and kicked the camera there for some reason, but we had to take it away just to take a look at how well the figure actually stands on its own. I always like to see how they stand on their own without the base, so that's why in a lot of my posing sections you just see them standing without any support, because once you use the base it's always going to be supported and most likely not going to be able to fall over. But let him come around now. This, once again, figure's gorgeous. I like this kind of little battle pose I have him in. One thing I will note though, I am being a little more cautious because I don't want to risk breaking or scratching or doing anything with the armor. So you can see I haven't moved the legs too much. That's more kind of me personally. You can definitely do more with the figure, whatever you want to do when you get yours. But in my opinion, I wouldn't risk it too much because this was exclusive on Sideshow and at the Star Wars Celebration. So there most likely aren't many replacements out there. I know if you do go through Sideshow, their support usually you can get your replacement or something like that. I've been fortunate enough to not have to get replacements yet. I've had little issues here and there with figures, but usually I can just deal with it and it's not really the end of the world and just get like a little gift card or whatever they do over there. But for this guy, since he is so exclusive and so beautiful, I'm being a little more cautious. So I do just want to let you know that while he's spinning around here, so you're not roasting my kind of lame poses if they do end up being lame. So this trooper is a beast. He just loves to be dual wielding. See him with his currently unnamed blaster there in hand and his E11 in the other. And he just aimed right at me. So hopefully he's a little bit more cautious in the future, but this trooper just looks good. I love everything about it. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot there, but you know, it's going to be a short final thoughts section because I feel like I'm getting it all out right here, just telling you how I feel, just showing you some amazing poses, just letting you take it all in. And I know I'm hogging it a bit because obviously it's exclusive, but I hope I'm getting my point across. Hopefully you're kind of living this through me and you're just taking it all in, feeling all this trooper gloriness right here. Yeah, I'm getting a little goofy with the poses now. I like to call this one the town ain't big enough for the two of us. If you see this guy just stand across from me looking like this, definitely in the rebellion right there. I wouldn't rebel, just let it go at that point. So I actually did find a use for that kind of random open hand. So yeah, you can see he's just waving, being a cute little guy there. This, yeah, I don't know who could hate the Empire. You see this, just cute little soldier here, you know, all cherry blossomed up, just waving, being all nice and friendly here. And who could hate him? Just the Empire, like rebels. What are you doing, rebels? Like, let's be real. Look at this. This is what the Empire represents right here. Wait, what? They did what to Alderaan? Excuse me? Okay, so maybe the Empire's not that good, but we can appreciate this figure. This Cherry Blossom exclusive Stormtrooper is amazing. My final thoughts section here is going to be pretty short, but let's just run through it. This figure is awesome, looks amazing. I love all the Cherry Blossom design on him. The backdrop is super cool. It is cardboard. It is a downside, I will admit. It probably won't last very long, especially if you leave it in your display or you have a lot of humidity or other things that just degrade cardboard over time. I want to display it with it. I'm going to see how it ends up looking in my display. It most likely won't stay for a while, especially once I start running out of space. But that display base itself kind of does the job. It looks good. It really stands out, and I'm going to put this guy kind of not on his own, but currently in a different display I have. If you did watch that video of me destroying all my Star Wars figures, or at least most of them, then you kind of know what I'm talking about, to where I don't have a ton of room left in that display, and this guy won't really fit in with all those figures, so I have to kind of put him in a different little display cabinet I have where I don't have too much right now. I do recommend that you check that video out. I mean, who doesn't want to watch some Hot Toys Star Wars figures get destroyed? But for now, I'm going to end this here. This figure's awesome. I'm excited to pose him kind of like how I did in the beginning. So he's just kind of standing there in front of the display base. Not too action-packed looking, but just giving all that presence with all the cherry blossom and looking real nice. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more 6 scale content. Also, hit like and comment your thoughts on this figure down in the comments below. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I will be seeing you in our next video.